Hello, Virgo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We are looking at all three sides of this connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it, the concept being that there are three sides to every story. So we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I do have a different tarot deck that we'll be using for each side of this connection, and then I have the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate, helps your personal situation, and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, or if you're a cross watcher then vice versa, just know that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, take what helps, leave what doesn't. All right, Virgo, on your side of this connection, you have trust the universe with you, the Queen of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. This is alluding to your feminine energy, and it's interesting because it's like it's you trust the universe, right? But also like not just trusting, like trusting that you're going to be taken care of. I feel like that's the biggest thing, because I don't feel like this connection is in a good space right now, and I feel like it's putting you through a lot, and there's this need to kind of tap into believing that this is happening for a reason, which might be really, really difficult to do depending on how much you are struggling with this connection. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into it now. The overall theme for the reading is transmute, which is taking something and turning it into something else. So, taking, iron and turning it into gold. And in a way that I'm seeing it in this is taking the bad that's happening in this connection and transmuting it into something good. So yes, I do feel like this connection is kind of putting you through hell, if you will, but I do feel like that's happening for like the better. And I don't know how to explain that further yet. This person is ignoring the pain with the Two of Wands in reverse. This person is ignoring a lot of their own suffering. I feel like they're not doing what they need to heal, to learn, to open up. And it does keep them, with the Two of Wands in reverse, out of alignment with love. And I feel like that's very challenging for you, because you're showing up with love, wanting to give it. And then this person is not able to accept it. Now, on this and between the connection, you both have lessons are being taught with the Tower in reverse. So the lessons in this connection with the Tower in reverse, it's almost like they're inevitable. Like you are here to learn the lessons that this connection is teaching you. Now, usually when I see that in a reading, like that these lessons or this situation was inevitable, it's usually something pretty freaking painful. And it's usually something that's been pretty difficult to navigate. So I definitely feel like that's the case with this connection, and I'm hoping that this reading can bring a little bit of clarity to the situation. But let's start, Virgo, by looking at your side of this connection. You have trust the universe with the Queen of Pentacles. This is Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Virgo's side of this connection, please. Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. I want it to turn all the way over, hit the table. Virgo's side of the connection, what Virgo needs to know regarding their side of this connection. Okay. Oof, okay. And there's the Tower. So there is a Tower that has taken place in this connection. Either one that like was a long time coming, or one that was kind of out of the blue. And I feel like it's different for a different collective. But with the Chariot here and the Ten of Cups in reverse, I feel like, for a while things were moving forward in this. And with the Ten of Cups in reverse, I feel like you saw a lot of potential and you had quite a few expectations when it came to this connection and what this connection could be and what it could become. And I feel like then this happened. This Tower happened, and then you were met with the Moon. And then just a ton of fear and insecurity and stress and anxiety entered the situation. And so I feel like I don't feel like this connection has been something that like it's always been bad by any means, but I do feel like things have recently kind of taken a turn for the worse. And again, I don't know if this has like been a long time coming. I feel like it's both. It's like it was a long time coming, but it was also out of the blue. I don't know how that makes sense. Maybe that resonates more for you than it makes sense to me, but it's like it was a long time coming. Like you could have seen it coming, but yet it still surprised you when it happened. Whatever this tower was. This is Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with, please. Virgo's side of the connection, please. Virgo's side of the connection. Oof. Okay, that's entirely too many. Sorry, give me just a second. This is Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. There we go. All right, Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. There we go. So now you're stuck. So this tower happened, and now you're stuck. Because there you are. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And you have the Death, and then 10 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Cups. Okay, yeah. I feel like you're having a hard time knowing what to do now because, again, it just feels like something blindsided you. But at the same time, you saw it coming. It's the weirdest kind of energy or message that's coming through. It's very contradictory. But I do feel like you're stuck not knowing what to do, and that's been the hardest thing for you, and that's why you have trust in the universe. Like, trust that this is all happening for a reason, and hopefully we can kind of see what that is as we keep pulling. Virgo side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo side of the connection, please. And the sun is starting to get a little lower, so it's probably going to start casting some light on the reading. All right. Virgo side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Three of Swords in reverse, the Chariot. Oh, no. That's the other one. No, it's this way. Three of Swords in reverse and the Chariot with the Tower. Okay, yeah, so it is upright. Nothing else is really relevant. Okay, so I feel like you've been trying to like move forward and do the healing that you need to do, but it feels to me like you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Like this connection or what this tower, like it still is haunting you, or it still haunts you. Like it still has a grasp on you in some way. Like either this is specifically talking about a tower moment in the connection that you're still dealing with, or this is talking about a past connection that you're like the whole connection that you're still like having a hard time dealing with. Either way, I feel like there's like a reason that you're stuck on it. There's a reason that you're having a hard time moving forward or letting it go or healing or whatever. Yeah, because there's a 10 of Swords. I didn't see that when I just looked. I only saw this sun, which didn't feel relevant. So, I mean, yeah, it's like you're still, you're trying to heal, but like you're still stuck in this 10 of Swords energy when it comes to this connection. Like things are still very painful. And it just feels like you can't get out of that. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. But there's a reason for it, with the transmute card. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. 8 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Swords. I mean, your soul is tired of this. With the 4 of Swords in reverse, like, you're really burnt out with being stuck on this. But with the 8 of Wands in reverse, it just feels like there's no forward movement. Like frozen in time kind of energy. Maybe that's what it feels like to you, but I want to know more. Like, we've gotten 3 different messages on that. I want to know more about that. Like, why? You're probably like, yeah, I do too. Why is Virgo having such a hard time moving forward from this? So there was a lot of love here. Okay. This connection's purpose is almost to help shift your perception on love. Okay, that's a pretty big message. Like, that's a pretty big purpose, right? To shift a whole perspective on love. So, can we get more on that? Change the way you view love. Okay, so, seeing the truth behind, and then this Ten of Swords is just poking out there. So seeing the truth, seeing beyond what happened to what the reason is behind it, because there's a big perspective shift that's needed. And this perspective shift would lead you to like the love that you're deserving of, but you're having to go through this to get there. Okay. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo's side of this connection, it's like the healing as you heal. Because there's a lot, yeah, I was going to say there's a lot to be learned, which you literally have lessons are being taught. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. It's the triggers. Oh. Because this connection triggers your feelings of not being like lovable or not being good enough. This person makes you feel unlovable. Because they don't or didn't reciprocate. It's like you gave so much to this, but you got very little back, which really affected your sense of self-worth almost. Like this connection affected you greatly on a very deep level. It's getting dark, or yeah, it's getting dark earlier, obviously, that time of year. But well, where I live. And it's messing with the timing of my readings. I like the sun, like I like it, but it's still blinding. So the way that this connection triggers you is giving insight into some pretty deep like wounds, core wounds around feelings of being unlovable or undeserving that are affecting your ability to attract healthy relationships, healthy, sustainable relationships. And so this connection is a huge teacher for you. That's why you're having a hard time moving forward about it. It's not about the connection. It's about what this connection's purpose in your life is. This is Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Kind of like it. It's almost like, oh, Virgo. Virgo, you weren't treated well in this. Not just in this tower. Oh my goodness. So King of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, and Strength in reverse here. Like, I mean, this is... But for some reason, it's like this is the kind of love that you're used to receiving. And that's part of the issue, is the way that you view love, the way that you were taught about love. Now, I'm not saying you don't love this person, but in terms of what it means to be loved. Because this energy, this isn't love. This is like, and I'm not saying this person doesn't love you. Like, I don't want you to take it that way. Like, I can't believe they don't love me. What I'm saying is, this isn't a safe, healthy love. This is an energy of like, I mean, I'm going to say it, borderline abuse. I'm not here to diagnose anyone. We haven't even taken a look at this person's energy, but I certainly don't like the way they're making you feel. Because with the strength in reverse, it's not a love that makes you feel confident and excited and secure in who you are. It's a love that makes you question yourself, that makes you doubt yourself, that puts you on edge instead of makes you feel good. And I feel like that's what you're used to experiencing when it comes to love. And the reason this connection is so difficult for you to heal from is because you are not just healing from this connection. You are healing from other situations, maybe even starting in childhood, that have made you understand that like this is the love that you're deserving of receiving. So there is some seriously deep stuff associated with um, this connection here. It's actually not as blinding as I thought it would be yet. There's a tree right there. All right. And then we don't have curtains on that window, so you're going to have to bear with me if I look a little crazy. All right. The person that Virgo is dealing with side of the connection to Virgo, ignoring the pain with the Two of Wands in reverse. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. This person's energy toward Virgo. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. Ignoring the pain with the Two of Wands in reverse. This person's energy toward Virgo. Four of Wands in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. This person has a pretty tough past, I feel like. Particularly in terms of relationships. And they're ignoring that pain. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like maybe they've had like their world flipped upside down, like from an early age or in a big way or something. And it's like they never dealt with it. They never dealt with this pain from their past. And I feel like they take it out on this connection. This person's energy toward Virgo, which I'm not going to lie, Virgo, we have all done at some point in our life before we healed. This person's energy toward Virgo. No, I'm not trying to make excuses for this person. We should all take responsibility for our pain so that we don't hurt people, because, you know, hurt people hurt people. But there's more. There's always more to the story. This person's energy toward Virgo. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. The Seven of Swords. Ooh. This person wasn't really ever fully honest with you. I feel like they held back a lot in this connection out of fear of losing you. Like, if they showed up as their full self, they would lose you, which ended up sabotaging the connection anyway. It's so their treatment of you is a protection mechanism here. Because they're not being, or and I feel like this is a thing for like a pretty um like common habit for this person, like not being fully honest, maybe saying what they think you want to hear but not really necessarily the truth. This person's energy toward Virgo like to keep you hanging on a little bit. This person's energy toward Virgo. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. Ooh, that was weird. This person has a tendency to play it safe when it comes to love. Oh, this was upside down. person has a tendency to play it safe when it comes to love. Because they don't feel deserving of this Ten of Cups, like on a very real level. This cards look kind of crazy in this light. They don't feel deserving of like that long-term, like emotionally fulfilling relationship. So I feel like what they do is they sabotage it before they even get the chance. Now, this might not be something they're consciously aware of, because remember, 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stems from our subconscious. Only 5% of how we interact with our reality is conscious. So if they're not dealing with their pain, and they've had a tough past, and they've certainly internalized like, I'm unlovable, or I'm undeserving, or I'm not good enough. And so they're going, since they're not dealing with any of it, they're allowing that part of them to like control them almost. And it definitely affected or affects this connection. I hope you guys can like see. I can't tell what it looks like from here. So essentially this person is projecting their own feelings of being unlovable onto you. And it's not an okay thing. Like, I think it's important that we try to understand other people's actions with love, and we try to understand that everyone's doing the best they can with the tools that they have. But we also have to know that that does not mean that we have to accept that person's treatment or that person into our life at all. Like, we have the ability to still make the decision that's best for us, but, doing it coming from a place of love, saying, I have empathy for you, and I have an understanding, for you, that you are, you're struggling, you're not handling your stuff, but I also can't put up with that because I've got to look out for myself. So finding that balance, because unconditional love does not equal unconditional tolerance. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. Ooh, okay. 3 of Swords with the Devil here. This person kind of has a tendency of breaking their own heart. It's like there's this other side to them. It's like there's this devil in them. Almost, like, and this devil, like, it's like they don't have control over this devil in them. I'm not saying this person's like possessed or anything. I'm saying there's a part of them that they have not dealt with. They haven't healed. They haven't faced. And this part of them comes out when it's triggered. And that's where I feel like this energy comes from, this King of Cups in reverse, which ends up hurting them in the end. But yet this devil is doing what it can to try to like protect them. It's a protection mechanism. It's really quite interesting. Gosh, this energy or this light is coming in so aggressively. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. Sorry if you can't see these cards. Hopefully you can still hear me. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. Just got a little worried that mic wasn't on. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. I mean, it's only 5:11. Like, I was doing readings till like 6:30 there for a second. This person's energy toward Virgo. Also, is 5:11 an angel number for any of you? This person's energy toward Virgo, please. It's like the devil in them. Yeah, this devil in them. And that devil is a result of this pain that they haven't dealt with. Yeah, their biggest obstacle is the fact that they are suppressing a ton of stuff. Which means that they're not able to, like, I don't know if like this person expected you to like mother them. Like, even if you're a male, father them, I guess. Or what? Like, it's like I don't know. This person is not in a place to be in a relationship. Doesn't mean they're not deserving of love. Everyone's deserving of love, but they've got to know that first, right? So that they don't hurt other people. Otherwise, this is going to be a cycle that continues. Now, all of this is a big lesson for you, because I feel like this dynamic, whatever this is, that you're used to this in relationships. And that's why I feel like there's such a strong pull to this person, is because it's super familiar for you in some way, shape, or form. This person's energy toward Virgo. And that familiarity, like, and that's why there's this perception that needs to be changed about how you view love. And that's why these lessons are inevitable. I do genuinely believe that our childhood kind of sets us up for the lessons that we're supposed to learn throughout our life. I do think that we spend like our lifetime trying to heal from our childhood trauma and the trauma that comes as a result of that. But I feel like there's something so much deeper here, and that's why the universe is saying this lesson and this connection is inevitable. Like this couldn't have been avoided. If it wasn't this person, it would have happened with someone else. And that's why the universe is asking you to trust that this is teaching you something to help set you free, to help get you closer to the love that you desire. This person's energy toward Virgo. I think you need to be very careful if this person does approach you again. Like, very careful. Like, super proceed with caution with this person, because I don't feel like they've done any healing. I feel like they're just back to repeat another cycle. And there's like this almost like warning, like, don't invest. Don't invest. Don't go back. Don't go backwards, Virgo. That might not be for all of you, but I mean, this is the Chariot with the Eight of Wands. Like, I do feel like this person is making some forward movement towards you. And I don't think that you want that. I mean, you might think you do, but like your soul is like, please, no, don't put me through this again, because this is such a big cycle for you. When it comes to love. Okay, we're gonna hop on over to the extended. Oops. There we go. You have lessons are being taught with the Tower in reverse. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Virgo, as always, for your support of my channel. Wow, this looks wild. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Virgo.